guess I'm doing 2 videos today because I accidentally turned off my video. Oh well, so this is another 2-parter. I'm so sorry that I can't edit these together, but I can't. Oh well, so to continue with the New Year's Day, this is the About Me section. So I'm going to start with the questions I got. The first was, who is my celebrity crush? I'm actually not sure how to sign crush. Who do I like? And the answer is, I don't really crush on celebrities. I kind of have to know somebody to crush on them. But if I had to pick one I do find pretty cute, it would be Chris Pratt. I actually like his more serious role in Passengers than I do his more, how do you say, goofy, funny. But I like both. I did watch him on Parks and Rec too, which is probably what made him famous. So I guess that answers that question. Next question. What is my favorite animal? My favorite animal is a lion. I love lions. They're really smart. They're surprisingly affectionate. And I just think they have this kind of honor that different animals don't. I was watching a lot of documentaries about lions on Nat Geo for a while, and they're just amazing animals. When did I start YouTubing? So this is how you say YouTube in sign language. You can say YouTube. This is more how you'd say it, probably YouTube. Or you can do this for the little play sign that they have on the button. I prefer this. So I started YouTubing in 2018 in October when I started doing Ruby videos. I've kind of moved off the Ruby videos, but those were the first ones I did that people actually liked and wanted to see more of. I wanted to do different songs though, so once I was receiving a fair amount of number of views, I began doing different songs, worship songs, pop songs, folk songs, whatever I wanted songs. Actually, some of my favorites are ones from anime I like My Hero Academia and don't want to make a mistake here. Kayuga-sama Love is War. I love both those shows. So I did songs from both, and I'm actually planning, hint, to do more in the next year. So if you are an anime song person, look out for that. And it's going to be fun as long as I don't make a mistake like I did with this video and turn the video off too soon. So let's hope I don't do that. Alright, so like I said, I started about actually it's going to be 3 years come October, but that is still months away. So basically 2.5 years ago, and I did not know how this was going to go, but I'm happy that I'm actually getting subs and likes and comments because I didn't know what I was doing at first. I don't know if anyone really does. Alright, where is my dream vacation? Oh gosh, it would depend on what mood I'm in. I always wanted to go to Hawaii, because I love heat and water and the ocean and tropical areas. I actually prefer humidity to dryness. I know it sounds crazy, but dryness is horrible for me, and humidity is actually easier on me. So that would not bother me much at all. But I also would really like to go to England because I love English stuff. I'd like to go to France. I'd like to go to Europe. This is Europe, I think. It slipped my mind. I know it's like an E up here, I believe. Europe somewhere. Everywhere. And I'd really like to go to Israel. Basically, I'd like to go everywhere. So that's my dream vacation. I guess it's a world tour. We'll just say that. A world tour is my dream vacation. And then I was also asked, why am I awesome? Ha ha ha. The reason I am awesome is because I'm me. That's all I can say about that. Okay, and you're wondering a little bit more about me than that. Like, why did I start learning sign language? I think I mentioned this in the previous about me. I started learning sign language because I watched a movie called... I messed that up. The Miracle Worker, or if you prefer. Which this movie is about, if you haven't seen it, Helen Keller. I think the sign for Helen Keller is like HK, but I'm not positive, so don't quote me on that. And her teacher, Anne Sullivan, who I'm sure has a sign name, but I don't remember. And how Anne taught Helen the finger spelling alphabet into her hand, and that was what opened the door for her to be able to learn to speak, to read, to write, everything. A lot of people don't know, but I actually researched it to learn more about Helen Keller, that Helen could actually speak. She learned how after years of just using her hands. She could write and read. She loved reading, and Anne actually basically helped her all the way through college by spelling into her hand. I don't know how they did it. My hands become really stiff after just 1 or 2 hours of signing, but I guess practice makes perfect. So that was why I started. At first, I just learned the alphabet. My mom had a book. My mother actually studied sign language before when she was in college. And fun fact, she and I actually had one of the same professors because he was still teaching at my college, which is the same one she went to because it's the best sign language college in the area. So that was really cool. It was really great to like get the same person, and he was basically the same as when he taught her, and that was like 30 years ago. So I don't know, what do I say about that? It's just cool. So she still had her curriculum, to get back to what I was saying, and I studied it. I started watching videos on YouTube. Go figure. And actually, part of the reason I started this channel was because the videos on YouTube that I found were not helpful for the most part to actually learning it. So I wanted to try to create a channel that would be helpful to people, and I am still learning and figuring that out. But that's my goal. And after studying on my own for, I would say, at least 5 to 6 years, because I was homeschooled, so that's what I did. I studied at home. I didn't study very consistently, perhaps, but I studied sign language, here and there. I learned to sign to songs, and that was how I practiced. I signed and I signed and I signed to music at my church. at home, just whenever I listen to music, I start signing. It is a habit at this point. I literally cannot stop. People actually laugh at the fact that I can't stop. My family laughs in love, I'm sure. Other people say, that actually looks really cool. And I'm like, cool or not, I'm hooked. So I'm glad that you think it's cool, because it would be a problem otherwise for me. But I love signing to worship, especially because it's so expressive and the signs are just more unique, I think. And it's actually easier than regular songs because of that. And then finally, I got to go to college, which is what I am still doing. And heads up for all of you, but an update, I should say. I finished the required language classes and am now going to be continuing into interpreting classes once I get back. Unfortunately, COVID kind of threw this whole thing off for me because sign language is very hard to learn via online. Is not fun because it's actually too small to like see people's hands clearly, especially if you have a big class. So I took a break last semester, but I will probably be going back in spring just because I can't keep waiting. By the way, it takes a long time to finish learning sign language in college. It could easily take 3 to 4 years because there's a lot of classes. That's only if you want to learn interpreting, though. You see, I'm going the whole way. If you just want to learn the language, you could probably finish in 1 to 2 years, depending on how hard you want to push yourself. Alright, anything else about me that might be interesting to talk about? My family life. So you have probably seen my one sister. I have 2 sisters, and I live with my mom, my grandmother, and my sisters, since my father has moved out of the house. I have 2 cats. I like cats more than dogs. I like both, but cats are quieter, and they don't come and put their noses into my ASL videos. Though they do sometimes like to walk behind me. But for the most part, cats are just, I think, more fun. That's just me. I just find them funny, I guess. I used to have chickens before we moved. And I think chickens are what people watch when they don't have TV, because chickens are one of the funniest animals you will ever see. There's, if you ever have the privilege of raising or knowing chickens, you'll see what I mean. So I like birds too. Actually, I like most animals. I'm just not really the type to hang out with animals. You know, it's I like from a distance. I love from afar. That's just kind of how I am. I prefer people. But something wrong with that. Alright, let's see. Anything else? Maybe my hobbies. Like, what do I do when I'm not doing sign language? Well, I'm always doing sign language, thank you very much. But I like to read. It probably doesn't surprise you. I like to dance. I love dancing. I love music. Again, go figure. This is a music channel. I love language, clearly. Sign language is actually not the only language that I know. I also speak un poquito español and comme ça le français. It's coming along. I'm still studying, but I speak French. And I've also picked up a little bit of Japanese from watching anime. And if you're wondering, I am a weeb. Yes, not as much as most. I'm a more, shall I say, a calm, temperate but I am a fangirl. I mean, I get like obsessed with stuff, and I talk about it, which is why I also make videos about it and I write about it and stuff. So that's all like fun too. And actually, my sisters and I watch stuff together, which is kind of why I get into it, is because it's kind of our family time, and maybe some of you have the same thing with your siblings. Other than two siblings, I have cousins that I see a lot, and that's mostly the only family that I see frequently. And most of my friends are at church. You already know I'm a Christian. I was raised Christian, but I made the decision for myself when I was 13. Good number. A lot of people actually rededicate 13, I found out later. And I chose what church I wanted to go to at 18, and I have been going to that church ever since. I go to a Foursquare church denomination. I wonder how you sign that. I just like probably denomination. Denomination is not that important to me, but I like the church, so I go. Yeah, simple as that. And actually, it is the same church that I went on a missionary trip with back in 2016. I went to Cambodia. It's hard to sign this on camera because it's down here. I think it has something to do with like where it is on the map. It's like Cambodia. I know, countries are weird. And I went there for 2 weeks. Loved it. That was so much fun. It was such an amazing experience. And I know that everyone says that, but for me it really was, I'd say, life-changing, because it opened up my eyes to things that I enjoyed. It just felt right to me. Another thing about me, I love kids. Love, 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 love. Like, I work with kids whenever I can. My job is currently kind of being a nanny, because I can't make money doing YouTube videos yet, or with the other stuff I do. So being a nanny kind of worked out, especially this year. I'm only a part-time nanny, and I actually don't currently have a position, but getting ready to start one pretty soon. And so I really enjoy doing that, and I also love teaching. So again, how did this channel happen, right? I think that's probably enough, right? Like that, I think I covered the asked questions and the unasked questions, but if you have more questions, you know, I can like hit it in the comments, or maybe I'll make a new video like this. Maybe just more of a Q&A video than an about me. So the greatest obstacle to my YouTube career so far is the fact that I have to use the YouTube editor. And I just realized that with how long this video is, there's a good chance it's going to cut off the end, which did happen in one of the last videos I did. I'll try to avoid that, but I'm sorry if this suddenly cuts off at a weird place. I really can't do anything about it, but if someday I find a way to fix it, I will. Anyway, so I'm going to end this here before it gets even longer. So, I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope all of you have a wonderful new year, and it will be better than the last one, if you make it better. Like I said before, happy holidays, and thank you all for making my last year even better than it already was. Peace out.